Okay. Recording in progress. Okay, cool.
Congrats, Kelly.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
What was the price point on that bad boy?
It was $325, but it was he was
Cool.
a first time buyer, 23-year-old kid doing it on his own.
Wow, that's
really,
awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Beautiful.
Those are the ones that make you think, oh, this is what it's all about.
I keep wanting to like check on him.
Yeah. Did you get a picture in front of the house and blast it on social and everything?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And it's okay to check on him. You
like on Saturday, I text him like, hey, just want to make sure the sign got picked up and the key box is gone and everything. And he let me know he was waiting for his bed and Xfinity to come before he spent his first night there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lifetime friend now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, because he's everybody who's a client of ours, unless they tell us it was just a transaction, I don't need to talk to you anymore, they're a lifetime friend. They come to all of our events or they get an invitation anyway.
Unless we decide
we don't want to work with them
again.
There are ones like that. Okay, let's get into this bad boy because I started late. Part one is build something beautiful, and I'm going to show you this person here. There we go. Build something beautiful every day. This is Kris Tompkins. She's a former CEO of Patagonia, and now wakes up each day looking at how to make the world a more beautiful place. How can we? Now, Kris and her husband Doug, their Patagonia is a region in Brazil and Chile, mostly Chile, and they decided that they didn't want that region to be exploited, so they started buying the land. Now, to tell you how much land they bought, our biggest, the United States' biggest national park is Yellowstone, which is 2 million acres. These guys bought 17 million acres.
Wow.
And, and they got a lot of resistance too, because they thought, oh gosh, it's an American company, it's American people, and they're going to just exploit the land. Well, they wanted to make sure it never got exploited. They reintroduced animals that had pretty much been killed out of the area and everything like that. And like cougars, lions, stuff like that had naturally been in the area. So she wanted to make something beautiful there in Patagonia, which is the name of the company that she was head of. Doug died in a kayaking accident in 2015, but she kept it going. And then she most recently turned all the land over to the government in Chile to keep as a natural preserve. So I don't think we're going to be able to build something like that, but she had something to do with her money. And what is the opposite of beautiful? Lukewarm, average, boring, hurtful. Is that burning land right there?
It does.
So a beautiful culture. How can we treat people in a beautiful way? Listen to them, care for them, respect them, and challenge them. Okay. So it's not just these first three things. It's to challenge them to grow,
to do better.
Yeah. I'm sure Kris and Doug challenged each other along the way. Who you can impact, place, your team, and your clients. Mostly we deal with our clients, but it's kind of like why I'm doing these power-ups in the morning, market center wide. I know there's only a few people on it, but it's because I do these anyway for our team. So I want to expand it and impact other people and make make life hopefully easier for them as they go along, or challenge them to do another closing, Kelly, get another client and work with them. Okay, let's talk about, how do you define beautiful? Anybody?
Well, beautiful can be many different things. It depends on how you're looking at it, but beautiful can also mean peaceful, which means to me like security. How do you create that for yourself? Peace, serenity, that's beautiful.
Yeah, climbing to the top of Half Dome. At the top, it was beautiful.
Yes.
It was a freaking nightmare
Getting up there.
getting up there and then thinking of having to go down.
I think it was worse coming down.
If someone would have had a little helicopter that says, okay, $2,000 and we'll give you a ride down, I might have given it to them. But
Right. Wait a minute. Because I
create something beautiful, right?
right. Because I tell you, the people that they say quote unquote fell,
no,
they did not fall, they jumped. They're like, heck no, I'm not going back. I'm jumping.
Yeah, beautiful is little Abel sitting there enjoying a Mother's Day
Mhm.
in his little thing. That's beautiful. Okay,
Anyone else have
yeah,
a definition of beautiful?
okay. So who can you impact today, and how can you influence your community? How can we influence our community?
Well, we can have an impact and influence our community by contributing to it and participating in it, whether it be something like Red Day or sponsor a little league team. I gotta check on it, but we sponsored something, a class at Lodi High that taught kids like the Dave Ramsey Financial
Peace University.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for high schoolers.
Yeah, so we paid for that class to exist at Lodi High School, so that, because nobody teaches kids financial stuff. They just teach them whatever they teach them. I don't know.
But don't start.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, script of the week. Home prices are trending up from the winter lows. While some of this is normal seasonality, a few other factors may influence your buying decision. Interest rates have stabilized. The number of homes for sale is low. There are more buyers than sellers, which is, we have a partner in Los Angeles, a guy named Fred said, and he had 500 people into one open house over the weekend. Not this last weekend, but the weekend before. And
over 300 at another.
over 300 at another.
Wow.
So there's hunger out there. There's a lot of buyers out there, and a lot of buyers are just sitting around right now because they're just scared. So we need to get them active. Prices will continue to climb as long as there are enough approved buyers for homes. Waiting for rates or home prices to drop could mean you miss out on building equity, tax savings, and principal reduction. That's for sure. People are waiting for the market to crash. I've had friends and I call everybody friends that's working with me, but they've been waiting since 2018 for the market to crash. So it's been 5 years and it has not crashed yet. And I don't anticipate that it's going to. So the interest rates, if they drop, there's going to be even more competition. So it'd be better to get into a home right now, start building up that equity, and start getting those tax deductions, and start reducing the principal. So when the rates do go down and you do refinance, you'll have a lower payment on less money, because you bought it say you bought it 600,000, and by the time the rates go down and you refinance, you're probably about 590, 580. So, you know, anyway, so that's kind of a script you can use for those people in that situation. Okay, part 2, build something personal. Oops, sorry. I forgot to eliminate this slide. We got place call night, May 18th,
Thursday.
4 to 6.
Oh, this Thursday, yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
The focus. Let me move. Gosh darn it. Look for ways to integrate yourself into the business. Get personal. Take the model. Make it yours. You can skip that first step. You can't skip the first step or the second. Okay. Go ahead, Norma.
I was just gonna equate that like to our scripts. When you have to go, you know, when you go by that script, you learn it, so you internalize it. And then you got to learn that first before you can make it your own. If you try to make up your own, why are you reinventing the wheel? The wheel's already there. All you got to do to make it your own is dress it up, put some, you know, spinners on it or something, and now it's yours. But you got to take that same wheel, because that has been proven to work and work well. That's why it says you can't skip that first step. And you also shouldn't skip the second step, because if you're doing it in a way that's not yourself, then it's not gonna feel real to the person you're speaking to.
Yeah. I always have this conversation that, you know, people want to
Sorry.
dress a certain way or do a certain thing because they see other people who are successful doing it that way. But if it doesn't fit you, it won't look genuine. And people, the thing they don't like the most is someone who's not genuine.
Someone who's
So
fake.
take the model, the way to do something, and then make it yourself. Make it into something that's your personal style. And
Oh, because these are the things that make you you.
your purpose, your perspective, your story, your values. And that's what makes you you. And so you got to identify those. What is your purpose? Is your purpose to buy a bunch of land in Chile and what's that other country? Well,
Mostly Chile.
yeah.
That's
How do you look at this business, or your business yourself? Your perspective, your story, where do you come from? You know, we all got our own story, our own hardships, and then your values. You know, we run into people in our business we know have very low values, but your values, all these things combine to make you.
And that's why there's nobody like you. There's nobody like Brian. There's nobody like Lacey. Nobody like me, or Jennifer, or Kelly. And so when people try to be something they're not, it just doesn't work out well.
There's a law of attraction.
The challenge. Morning.
Morning.
How can you adapt the business to make it truly yours? Let's talk about it. What about your story needs to be represented in your business? Our dragonfly that we committed to as part of our branding is when we started in this business, it was about the same time that Norma's mom, actually, we were in the business for a little while, but we hadn't developed our story,
Our brand,
you
our
know, our
logo.
brand or any of branding. And we were searching so desperately for a way to make our logo stand out, like Ashley has one. And I mean, you know, you got to have that consistency in a brand. And so we were thinking of a key with a house and all this silly stuff that everybody else does. I said, forget it. You know, Norma's mom, who got sick and passed away in very short amount of time. Well, it was 9 months. And we got her. She was a dragonfly person. She loved dragonflies. And so we decided to honor her mother by having the dragonfly as our symbol for our business. And we put the tail on the dragonfly has a little key thing. Other than that, it's the dragonfly. So Norma's mom Anita is always with us and guides us along in the business. So what is the biggest barrier to making your business personal, and who can you model your business after? We model our business after the millionaire real estate agent, but we have a little bit of the place thing in there too. Places, I always say it's like a business in a box. It's all of our administrative stuff, our accountants, and everybody that we need to keep us in line and keep our business running as a business and not just as like a mistake,
But
I mean,
it's also, if I may, it's also the models. They provide the models for us to run successful businesses. And then it's our responsibility to make it ours.
Yep.
But they provide that for us as well.
oh, so what's the biggest barrier? The biggest barrier is ourself.
Yeah,
We don't trust in ourselves enough to personalize it. We always think we got to be like somebody else. That's me. I
no,
don't know if
that's true.
that's everybody else.
I feel like you attract more when you're personal too. So it's like if you're just thinking about the commission and not the person, then they sense that, and there's that barrier of like being personal with that person.
Yeah, well, and I'll go deep. But sometimes we feel not confident, like kind of like you said, I'm not confident in ourselves enough. Like I don't have the experience. I haven't been in this business long enough. I don't know about business. I don't own 15 properties, or I don't, I'm renting right now. How kind of like imposter syndrome that we get. So if we feel if we make it personal or too personal, then like all our flaws are going to come out,
Yeah.
True.
Full show. Well, gosh darn it. What are you grateful for? This is a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before.
Oh,
By Angela.
that's pretty.
Yeah. Do something amazing today. Okay, that is the end of today's power up. Is there anything anyone wants to talk about?
What you're grateful for, or thoughts, comments?
We already did the grateful, huh?
No, I mean,
Oh.
at the end, it says,
Oh,
be
okay.
grateful.
Yeah. It's a great day. Anything though? Kelly.
I appreciate these. I'm quiet, but I'm a newer agent, and so I'm just trying to absorb and listen to you that have been in the industry longer.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Sometimes it feels like I'm just rambling on.
No, I appreciate it.
Okay. And seriously, if you do have any questions, you don't have to wait until this time either. You can call either me or Norma. Probably Norma. Norma does a lot of the deals. So if you get hung up on a deal and you have someone that you're wondering, are they acting correctly, or am I wrong, or whatever, give us a call and we'll let you know the deal.
Thank you.
All right, Jennifer.
I'm doing 2 showings today in Stockton, so
Whoop, whoop.
so that's a plus. That's my win for this week.
Right on.
Yeah, Stockton's a lower price market, so you can get people into something there. It's everywhere else is just very expensive.
Let us know if you need any backup, or there's anything you don't feel comfortable
Okay,
going to look at.
thank you.
Brian
Is this-
makes a great bodyguard.
Yeah, is this someone you know?
Yeah, it's my clients I've been looking for in Lodi, but we just need to expand a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do my size kind of keeps people from
I don't want to take this guy
launching
down. Probably
any
not.
attack.
Are you from Stockton, or do you know the Stockton area well?
Yeah, I know the Stockton area very well. I was a police officer in Stockton for 17.
Oh, okay. Then you definitely, okay. I was gonna say, just be careful because there's pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Everything here is a pocket.
Well, yeah, no, that's for sure.
We were just talking about that, huh, Jennifer?
Mhm, we were.
It's like I drive through town and I remember some horrible things.
Yeah.
It's like I see dead people, you know, like the Sixth Sense thing, you know, like it's every.
I remember this
like,
happened there, and that happened there, and that happened there.
yeah, I mean, you know, and that brings up something. You got to be very careful when you're dealing with people because they're going to ask you things like that about what's a bad area, what's a good area. And our thing is, you know, go there at different times of day and different times of night. And because some in the real estate business, they don't want you to look like you're steering people away from a neighborhood based on your own
Feeling,
preconceived
beliefs.
notions of how
Yeah.
they look. So just be careful about that. And because we know all the bad neighborhoods. We lived in an actually very good neighborhood in Stockton, and there was still trouble there. So
Even where I live, even when we bought here 3 years ago, it was better. But now lately, over the last maybe 6 months, there's people wandering that weren't here before. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah.
It's Stockton.
It's like some guy told me about he was on Facebook about a car being broken into or something. I forget what it was, but I was like, that's the Stockton Welcoming Committee. They may not get to you right away, but eventually they're going to get to you.
The welcoming.
But also there's a lot of good people there. Every neighborhood has a lot of good people. It sucks. It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so it is exactly 9:30. So we're going to end this bad boy unless anybody's got any more. All right. Thank you. It was good to see you guys this morning. And
Thank you.
We will see you Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock.
All right.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Stop share.
And
End.